So starting the test drive in this Trax RS, the 1.2 liter 3-cylinder actually has enough pickup for regular driving. And when you do need to put your foot in it, it has plenty of pep to it. But we'll give it a little throttle here. And the turbo really does its thing, helping you get up to speed. It can sound a bit raspy, but it's a 1.2 liter turbocharged 3-cylinder. Excuse me. So no surprises there. It's not going to sound like a V8. And I like how the 6-speed shifts as opposed to getting a CVT here. Now I can hear the wind noise just a tad, but nothing crazy, nothing unexpected. And even on this slight incline, I'm getting 29 miles per gallon highway. And then as we start to level out, you'll see that probably 32, 34, something like that. And then as we go downhill, it'll of course show 40 something, but you can expect that 28 city, 32 highway, especially if you're doing around 65, 70. But the ride is not bad at all. It's a very solid ride. It's not overly smooth. You can feel the road just a little bit, but again, nothing unexpected or bothersome. I will say this lane keeping system is pretty accurate. So even as these lanes split right here, I can kind of feel it fighting me just a tad, but as I keep my hands on the steering wheel, it doesn't really do much. It just is there for you if you're not paying attention or whatever. Now for this price point, I do think that the Trax is one of the more competitive options. If you think of it compared to the Mazda CX-30, even the, I don't know if I necessarily go Dodge Hornet there, but you could be looking at something like that. The Honda HR-V, Nissan Kicks, even the Nissan Rogue Sport, where I think they're they might have discontinued that. I haven't seen any. And then the Ford EcoSport. I feel this is one of the more competitive options, and it's still around the same money. And if it's not, even if it's a bit more expensive, you get so much more, I think, compared to the competition, just in terms of your technology. And this one having that cheap driver confidence package, throwing in that blind spot monitor and then the rear cross traffic alert. That's a big plus. And I mean, I wouldn't say most importantly, but a big factor that makes this car so competitive is the looks. Ever since they've redesigned this, it's a game changer. I mean, these things have been selling like hotcakes because it's the best looking car you can get for this money. And again, having the standard LEDs is nice. Just having something that is pleasing to look at goes a long way when you're looking at a vehicle like this. And the outgoing Trax was pretty hideous, especially in the lower trim levels. But here I'm so impressed by the overall outside looks, and then just the space you get on the interior. And the 3-cylinder, I've heard, I read my YouTube comments, pretty much all of them, so I've seen some people say that this 1.2 liter 3-cylinder is actually more reliable than people think. And that's been from a few people that say they're mechanics. I don't really know. But I mean, this is probably going to be more simple to fix, just having 3 cylinders. You're kind of able to look at everything and not a lot of crazy stuff going on in the engine bay. I don't think you have any crazy fuel management system like you might in a V8 Silverado or something like that. But not 100% sure because I'm certainly not a mechanic. But I said this about the active trim as well. I just think it's a bargain for what you get in this car. You get so much for relatively little money. But this will bring me to the end of my review of this 2024 Chevy Trax 1RS.